applied for a job, you probably know what it's like to try and bolster your resume a little bit. Maybe you dig up some old academic awards from high school or play up your computer skills. My next guest went a little bit above and beyond that. Nina Muffley wanted to get the attention of the online home sharing company Airbnb, so she decided to show the booming tech company exactly what she could do for them. Putting together some extensive market research, Nina created an online resume that outlined how Airbnb could reach one of its most underserved markets, the Middle East. The online resume, which bore a notable resemblance to Airbnb's own website, quickly went viral on social media. So how'd that ambitious move work for Nina in her efforts to get a job at Airbnb? Joining me now via Skype from Jordan is Nina Muffley. And here with me in studio is Jenny Che, business editor at the Huffington Post, who wrote about Nina's story this week. Nina, I'll start with you. Tell us about your website and why did you take this particular approach?
Well, first I wanted to say, Nita, thank you so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate you extending this courtesy and showing interest in my story.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, absolutely. So my approach to creating the website for Airbnb stemmed a little bit out of desperation after a year of trying unsuccessfully to land interviews with Airbnb and with several other tech companies in the Valley after I moved to San Francisco from the Middle East last year. So came up with a creative, innovative way to try to get attention, and it definitely succeeded on that front. I'm blown away and very humbled by all the attention and support this has received on a global level.
And so it's clear that you're very passionate about Airbnb. Why Airbnb in particular? Why this company?
Absolutely. I think it's a fantastic company. The values that they have definitely resonate with my own personal values. They have a beautiful mission to create a world of less strangers and make sure everybody feels like they belong wherever they go. And I think that's something beautiful to design a company and a mission around.
Did it work? Has anyone from the company contacted you?
They did contact me. I was very fortunate to receive the attention of the co-founders, the chief marketing officer, their head of business development, and several other team members, and was contacted within a few hours by their recruiters. And we went through an interview process, which did not end in an offer, but ultimately opened the doors for many other companies to approach me. And I got to have conversations with a lot of the top Valley companies that I've been eyeing for a while, which I was very excited to start speaking with. And ultimately, I did get an offer from Upwork, which I'm very excited to be joining.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Jenny, in the modern tech age, are you seeing more of this? Is this the way that candidates nowadays are looking for jobs and trying to market themselves to companies by creating websites?
I think you definitely see people trying to find new ways to get people's attention, and I think what Nina did was obviously amazing because her website, her online resume looked exactly like Airbnb's site. I knew that she was really interested in the company and knew exactly what they were going for. But I do think it's important not to put too much pressure on people to do something like that. It's obviously a lot of work, and most people are still going to be, when they're applying for jobs, are still going to be using the regular online portals when they're applying. But I think the big takeaway here definitely is you have to know the company that you're applying for. You have to know what they're doing, what they're passionate about, and know what you can add, how you can add value to their company.
And do you think this is more effective than, say, using a site like LinkedIn? I'm seeing a lot more social media resumes these days. I've seen candidates on the internet who have made Vine resumes, Pinterest resumes. Many of these different types of things have gone viral and gotten a lot of attention. How effective do you think this is?
I think it's great in terms of, people from all those companies, from the companies that you're targeting, but also people outside of those as well. Once it goes viral, everybody is picking up on, the skills that you're offering up, what you can provide for their company. And I think it's a great way to get that attention, definitely.
But how do you think it compares to more traditional ways of job hunting, the traditional resume or LinkedIn, which is a little bit more conservative and formal than some of these new methods?
Definitely. I think those traditional ones are, I think those traditional ones show definitely what you're able to contribute, but I think with these new versions, online resumes, you're able to get much more creative in how you present that information. And I think what was great about Nina's resume is that it really showed her potential for Airbnb. Normally, if it's a resume on pen and paper, you can see what the candidate has done in the past. what they're currently doing. But what Nina did was really show the next step, where Airbnb might be lacking a potential market and how she could apply herself there.
Great. So, Nina, tell us what's next for you. Tell us about your new opportunity.
Well, my new opportunity is that I'm going to be joining Upwork's team, and I'm very excited to be joining the largest freelancer marketplace online and help translate the success of my story and the experience that I've gone through over the past year to potentially helping millions of freelancers around the world find exciting roles and projects for themselves.
That's great. It sounds very exciting. And overall, looking back on this experience, how do you feel about it? What have you learned about it from it? What are you taking away from this experience with Airbnb?
Well, the entire year has been a learning experience, really. Facing multiple slews of rejection over the year has been an emotional challenge, a career challenge, and has definitely taught me to sort of reprioritize how I communicate my benefits to companies that I'm speaking with, and understanding things from the vantage point of the companies that I'm trying to get their attention. So it's been a very interesting year and a very well-taught lesson that I think I will take with me in many ventures to come.
Great. Well, thank you so much to Nina Mofle and to Jenny Che. Up next, the hack that threatens our nation's growing online philandering industry.